You're listening to the Storm the Court podcast. I'm Zane Ellis, and wow, I just finished watching that game between the Brooklyn Nets and the New Orleans Pelicans. And call me crazy, but Trendon Watford might just be the spark this Nets team has been missing. Seriously, he dropped 22 points in 23 minutes, shot almost 88% from the field. Yeah, you heard that right. Now, I don't want to overreact, but given where these two teams are in the standings, this could be a defining moment for Watford's career. Going into this game, expectations were about as low as they could get. Both teams are struggling, right? The Nets were on a 2-8 streak, and the Pelicans had just lost 3 straight. Honestly, it felt more like a game to avoid tanking than a must-win matchup. We're in the final stretch of the season, so both teams are probably looking ahead to the lottery more than the playoffs. The Pelicans even have the 4th best odds for the draft, highlighting how much this game mattered in the big picture, or didn't. So about the game itself, the Nets won 119-114. It wasn't a blowout, but it was a solid performance from Brooklyn, particularly in the third quarter where they outscored New Orleans by 13 points. A bit of a nail-biter, honestly, and we watched a fair amount of what-are-we-doing basketball from both sides. But in the end, the Nets just executed a little better. Or the Pelicans didn't care enough. Take your pick. Now, in-game emotions? Well, fans were definitely feeling frustration. The energy seemed to fluctuate from hopeful anticipation to outright disappointment. I caught myself yelling at the TV, "Come on, KD, take over." It was one of those games where you could sense the crowd was just waiting for something, anything, to really engage them. Let's break down the performances. Obviously, Trendon Watford was the standout guy. 22 points, 87.5% shooting. He was really impressive. Then we've got Drew Timme with a solid 16 points and 9 rebounds, shooting 70% from the floor. But on the other side of the coin, poor Kelly Olynyk. Just 1 for 5 shooting and a -21 plus-minus. Not exactly the game you want from someone who's supposed to be providing veteran leadership, right? All right, my gut feeling on all this is that while Watford may have shined tonight, let's not pretend that this turnaround means the Nets are suddenly a contender. Sure, they showed glimpses of potential, but it's also clear that both rosters are packed with players still trying to figure things out. Post-game, fans were left with that mixed bag of disappointment. How can we care about these games at this point of the season when the stakes feel so low? This game is a classic case of why tanking can suck the life out of a fan base. We'll be back soon with more.